Hi, and welcome back to WGS Studio Talks. My name is Alexa Oliva, and today I have an amazing superstar guest. Her name is Catarina Bertling, and she is from Sweden. And let me tell you, if you're a woman out there and you need empowerment and you need tools and you need strategies and you need direction, this is the one for you. So I want to welcome you, Catarina.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here, Alexa.
So tell us exactly what it is that you do.
I travel around the world and I meet so many amazing women, powerful women. However, oftentimes women are not seen, they're not heard, and they yet have to step into their full power. So I help women create a freedom plan when it comes to their lives, their businesses, and their money. Because in order to be really powerful, you have to be in the driver's seat of your life. That means that you have to have everything work around you, also the money, also the financial part. Because if you don't get that to work for you, that's not a good thing.
And so this freedom plan, how does that work? What is that? It sounds really cool.
Thank you. What I do is I lead group programs for women. I work with service-based female entrepreneurs and small business owners. And I have created a 9-step method to go from doubting yourself to hell yeah, I can do this.
I love that. Hell yeah, I'm doing this. And so, sometimes as a woman, I know, right, that you doubt yourself a lot.
Yes.
Especially when you're in business. And to find that hell yeah means that you have to have a community.
Absolutely.
You have to have a support system.
Yes.
So is that what you provide for your clients?
Absolutely, yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So in my groups, women come together. They're of different ages. They are from different industries. And oftentimes, people will talk about these programs absolutely like what I and the other coaches have provided, but they speak so warmly about the community part. Like to be in a group of only women, only really supportive sisters can do wonders for women. Because many times you may not have that support in your family, in your community. Many women that I meet that have these like entrepreneurial dreams, or they're quite far in their entrepreneurial journey, many people around them will go like, why don't you get a job? Can you be normal? What is that you do? Like I had a woman I worked with, she had been 15 years in business. She was doing absolutely great and she was serving her clients like in a major way. And her husband would actually go, oh, this is actually appalling. He would say, when will you stop with this hobby of yours? So it could be that you have no support, or it could actually be, this is really saddening me, that many women I meet, not only don't they have a support, they have like people who want to talk themselves out of their dreams. And this is really heartbreaking for me.
The dream killers.
Yes.
We have those as family, as friends, as neighbors,
yes.
and co-workers. We have those people that kill our dreams.
Yes.
But you're right, that community. What is maybe like an example that you can give us of the community being supportive with the strategies that you implement?
So in my groups, I also create, we have an accountability buddy system. So when you get into the group, you will get 1 or 2 other women that you work closely with. And actually you speak with them or you have contact with them every day. That is one of the support systems that A, is fantastic when you are in the program, but also B, can survive not only years, but sometimes decades after you left the program. And I think that actually, I don't know even whether to speak about this, because sometimes I don't want to go to the negative side too much, but sometimes women come to me and say like, listen, Catarina, I'm a bit hesitant to actually be part of your community, be part of your groups, because I have experienced in the past groups of women where there was not a supportive vibe, let's say. There was maybe not so good things happen. So some women have experienced that kind of groups. So I'm very, very particular with the women I take into my groups, so that I only work with people I like and I love, which is not that hard, because if you ask my son, I come home and I say to him like, listen, I've got this new client and she's absolutely amazing. I love her. And then next day I go, now I got this client. And my son looks at me and says, Mom, you kind of love all people, right? You said that last time. You said that last week. So, and so to have women come together and support each other, like another way of supporting each other is just like in my groups, you can come and you can have a really bad hair day. Because social media, we all know it. Most people will portray themselves in social media like the best part of themselves, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm so happy. Now I got these new clients. Oh, I got a new speaking gig. Oh, everything is going so well for me. And that sometimes has you believe that I'm the only one struggling. There must be something wrong with me. So to be able to come together with women, and I do quite small groups, so every group has like the kind of intimacy, where you can actually speak about what entrepreneurship is really like for you.
The challenges,
the struggles. When shit hit the fan, when things didn't go as you planned, when you lost the client, when you feel miserable, when you start doubting yourself. And to have a place to just, to be able to speak about that and to hear other women who maybe they have been in a similar situation, maybe they overcame it.
Yeah, and it's about listening to everybody else's challenges to see how you can apply them to your specific the project at hand or problem or whatever it is that's in front of you.
Yes.
Someone else has probably gone through it.
Absolutely.
And somebody has probably came up with a strategy that's going to help, and you're genius at those strategies and aligning people with their power in order to do that. And you make them what I want to call, I'm going to coin this because I want to call it, you're building an army of Wonder Women.
Thank you. That's the idea. And also, like, obviously being part of a group like this, what you said, like many women already have gone through things and have created strategies. It's also really cool to listen to someone. Let's say you're a leadership coach and you struggle with something. And then you meet a lawyer or a bookkeeper or a marketeer and listen to how have they solved similar challenges within their industry. So like the cross inspiration of ideas and strategies is absolutely brilliant.
It's also having the ability to meet an attorney, an accountant, a doctor.
Yes.
And so, and you provide value for that person too.
Absolutely.
So a community like the one that you're building is spectacular. It's powerful.
Yes, it is really powerful. The support that you can get, just saying like, I'm struggling with my website, and bam, I can help you with that. Or I need to get in touch with such and such person. I can introduce you, like that part of support too. Having like a small army of sisters that will have your back and that will just generously give whatever it is. If it's just a listening or advice or actually connecting you with the people that you need to meet.
What is your background that you're able to develop these strategies?
Yes. I was a marketing manager. I was super successful in corporate, and I did like great results, and I burned myself out. And now this is my second career. I'm a business and money mastery mentor and keynote speaker. My father was my hero, and I still miss him almost every day. He passed away 18 years ago. And when I was small, if you came to visit our house in Stockholm, you could find my father's Sten, my late father Sten, and I sitting at the brown mahogany table in the dining room. And this was before, like, maybe when I was 5 or 6, calculating interest rates, while my mother, Maj-Britt, she was banging away in the kitchen because this was in the 60s in Stockholm, Sweden. So I have the amazing blessing and fortune to have not one, but 2 major role models. My father absolutely was one. So my father, Sten, he was an entrepreneur. He had an exam from the Stockholm School of Economics, which is actually one of the world's top business schools. So I knew at an early age what I was going to do. I was going to go to business school. And what do you know about business school when you're 5? But I really he was such an amazing man. So I went to business school. And my father, why I really, really, truly call him my hero and a role model, was because he was super smart in business, really, really talented. He built a great business. And he had a humongous heart. He was so generous. He was so kind. I'm even getting emotional when I speak about it because he was super generous. Also to people who were less fortunate.
Well, you said 2 mentors. Who was the second mentor?
The second one was my grandmother.
Okay.
And this is uber cool because she was born in like 1892. In a poor part of Sweden, actually Småland, which is where IKEA, Ingvar Kamprad, started his business. And she came from quite a poor farmer's family. And she took her husband at the time and 2 of her brothers and moved from rural Småland to Stockholm because she had a dream. And the dream was to create her own business. So she wanted to open a store and she just went for it.
And what kind of store was that?
That was a grocery store selling all kinds of food, delicacies. And so she did. I still to this day, I would have really want to have like a conversation like this now with my grandmother. She passed away when I was quite young, but she went for her dream, and how she did it, I do not know. How did she get the means to build this house, to start the store? But this was a big success story, and the point is that she like in this generation for a woman to say like I'm not going to be stopped, because at that time like no one in her circle of friends, the type of person she was unheard of, because the other women, they were wives and they stayed home and they cooked and they did what was expected of them. My grandmother wouldn't have it. She would not do what was expected. So she's a great role model. And actually, similarly, she was super warm-hearted and a very generous person. The store was actually, she had this store also during World War II. And at that time, you know, many people struggled and things were not easy to come by. So what I know of her is she gave stuff away. So actually, there's like in somewhere in the cellar, there's a long list of people who actually, she gave them things, and she said, "You can pay me later. No, it's okay. You take this. You can pay me later." So it's pretty unique, I would say, to have both like a very strong female role model and a male model.
Thank you so much for being here, for sharing you. I am so excited to see the army of Wonder Women that you're about to build and that have been building actually, you know, for years now. And we look forward to having you back here in South Florida.
Oh, I would love that.
Soon.
I love it here. I love it here.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Okay.
So this has been an episode of WGS Studio Talks. Where to go and who to know. My name is Alexa Oliva, and remember to live in love.